Attending networking events is still one of those BD activities that many in professional services go to as one of their key ways of starting relationships and meeting new people. And there's lots of advantages to attending networking events. So it's really important for confidence and for those who haven't been to so many to do some preparation to make sure you're prepared for when you attend those events. But what does that prep look like? Absolutely, you should look up the topics of what the presentation of that networking event will be, who the speakers are, and what type of industry is going to, and do your research. Put some Google searches up there, make sure you've got the news coming to you, and if there's anything relevant, you're aware of it. And that's great. And then also understanding when you get there that you're going to have to introduce yourself to have something ready to go. But that actually shouldn't be too long. When you think about it, when you're introducing yourself, the people around you are also probably not listening. Their heart's going 10 to the dozen, a little bit like yours, the adrenaline's pumping, and they're worried about what they're going to say, so they're not listening. So once you make that introduction, say, hey, this is me, this is what I do, what about you? And then look to get those questions going. Because once you get into questions, people relax, and there's a genuine flow of conversation. So whether it be, what are you looking forward to hearing from the presentation today? What did you think of today's presentation? How are things going? How are things going this year? Looking forward to the end of the year, depending where you're at. All these things are really, really powerful. But in the moment, it can be quite hard to think of those questions. So maybe prep them. Have a few go-tos. Have a few things that you think might be relevant and start that conversation flowing. Because once you're in that conversation, it's very easy for it to flow and you to network really efficiently. And that's the kind of prep you can do. And remember, as well, I always say, book in time to do your follow-ups the next day or that same day if it's a morning event. Because if you follow up, you'll be able to get that next conversation or interaction. And that's the important part of any networking event, is the next stage. I hope you've enjoyed today's BD tips, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.